Hey, what's up, guys? Tugi here, back again with another episode and the same old intro that I refuse to change. But it's another episode of my Hartford Whalers franchise mode series on NHL 18. Today, we finish up this off season. Now, we left the last episode with a little bit of a dilemma as far as what we do in terms of signing certain prospects, and then if we sign them, do we immediately trade them? Same thing with players that we have on the roster already. What do we do? Now, it was brought up in the comment section that maybe it would be a good idea to go back and take a look at some of the players that were drafted last year to see how they developed. And the very first person that I took a look at was this guy on the Arizona Coyotes, Granato, who was a 59 when he was drafted, and now he's a 74 within one season, despite being low elite potential. Maybe I should be a little bit more patient when it comes to the, low to mid 50 overall players. The concern with that is, of course, when they're a bust, when they're not going to make it, their trade value declines very quickly. But, as we've seen with Granato, for example, a low overall isn't exactly a death sentence. Now, of course, 59 overall starting, much better than, say, a 52. But maybe, just maybe, we should give these guys a little bit of a better chance to succeed. Now, stupidly, I didn't check to see how many goalies we had signed at the moment, and I honestly cannot remember. So let me take a look. And, of course, I'll have to figure out if I have to free up any spots to begin with. We do need to clear out a couple of goaltenders if we want to sign those medium elite guys, which we probably do. So, unfortunately, with Wakabayashi, we're going to have to get rid of him because we are making room for someone of a similar overall with a better potential, so he has to go. We'll also get rid of Worrell. He's really, odds are he's not going to outduel Jones or Kuhlman, so we'll just let go of him for now as well. Of course, as mentioned, Petrolainen and Malcolm Subban will continue to be the backups, so we'll see where we can send these two. Maybe to Boston. As awkward as it is, we are technically a Western Conference team at the moment, so this might be a better idea, although they don't want to get rid of the first. Is there a team in the East that would like to get rid of a first-round pick this year? Carolina would, but they'd have too many goaltenders. How about Detroit? No. Florida? Maybe. Damn it. Might not be able to trade these two as a combo. We'll find out. Montreal, my God, and people say I pick horde. 4 first-round picks for Montreal. See, it's not just me. The AI also, they can screw each other over with deals. There we go, the Islanders. That should work out. We're going to pick horde this, but that's okay. First 2 seconds and 2/3. Quite close to fair value. All right, so we can give up whoever in this deal. It doesn't really matter. We'll see if there's a defenseman who's worth letting go of. Brule, is that enough? Yes, it is. All right, so there we go. That first deal is done. We freed up a couple of spots. We'll go and send out the first contract offers to the 2 medium elite goaltenders. Almost said goaltendies again. Is that going to be a thing? The medium starters could be decent, but of course we just got rid of starters. Wouldn't make sense to get rid of starters just to bring in starters. No guarantees that either of these 2 players sign with us, but that is the hope. If they don't, and Langlois and Supre are still on the market, then we'll send an offer to them. Nikulin needs a deal or an offer sent his way as well. We'll go after Bissonnette. We just saw how well a low elite player can develop. Medium top 4 Lume will get an offer. We're going to have to get rid of a couple more people just to make room for all of these potential signings. Low top 6. Now that's a good question as to whether or not it's worth sending them any offers. Well, I mean, they are the best forwards available, so we might as well. We'll go for Sutter and Sanford, but not his son. We're good. We are good for the moment. So 7 offers have been sent out. Now we have to wonder, is there anybody worth going after when it comes to actual players that we could use for this upcoming season? To be honest, I think going to the just the trade player screen in general would give us a better idea of who is actually worth keeping around at this point. If I sound anxious or anything, it's because I have a light that's flickering, and you never know when you're going to lose power for like 2 seconds for no reason. So I'm a little bit on edge, thinking I might lose this, might lose my progress here. We were considering trading Provorov. I do remember that. Everyone else is safe for now, including Stützle, my favorite Stützle. Couldn't possibly get rid of him. So on defense, might be worth going after Werenski to replace Provorov. Maybe. I would prefer it to be a right-handed player. We also need, Vignetti, that's right, he was going to get a chance. So we need a top 4, a right-handed player. Then on offense, of course, it's a mess. It's an absolute mess offensively, just because of the loss of Dirksen and Sprong. So I had to kind of refamiliarize myself, even though I double-checked the team before I started recording this, checked the comment section and everything, but I still forgot. I still completely forgot. So on defense, we have $18 million to spend. Is Werenski a righty? He is not. We know Adam Larson is, as is Jordan Schmaltz, but that's just not really a fit. Like, we could go out and try to sign Werenski, but I'd probably rather just keep Provorov and then trade him. Then on offense, Matthew Barzal wants $8.8 million. Put up 57 points. No, thank you. No, thank you. Yeah, I'm not going to overspend for anybody here. Not a chance. So we'll see how certain players develop, and we'll improve the team once we get to the preseason. So we'll sim the next season. We'll hear back from these prospects. Hood signed with us, as did Bissonnette, Sanford, Sutter, Ragnarsson. So we got both goaltenders. Lume, Nikulin. We got everybody. Every single player signed with us. That is an incredible coup for this team. We're going to be looking good. We have that many more options to decide between. It's just a matter of whether or not we get any sort of player development. I really should just edit trade block so I don't keep getting spammed with offers, but you know what? I'm stubborn and a little bit lazy, so it'll be fine. See, look at that. Okay, well, I was about to say they stopped spamming us. They didn't. It was just temporary. It's fine. No worries. We'll just keep hitting the damn button. You'd think that they would get accustomed to me not accepting these offers. Yeah, I'm going to trade Spike Rowe to Buffalo. Not a chance. Not a chance. We've gone so far, through the sim at this point, I can't be bothered to, actually edit the trade block at this point. So it'll be fine. Unless these offers have been coming in literally every other day, and we're only till like July 30th, which I doubt is the case. We should be good. Should be. That's never a guarantee. Ever. But the good news is, we have the trusty pen and paper ready to fill out this depth chart. So Provorov, Nolan Patrick, among others, are in danger of not necessarily hanging around. So I want to see who we have on the roster at the moment. Subban's an 82. Goaltending-wise, we are pretty much set. Although Kuhlman and Jones are both backup caliber now. So I don't think they're going to be too happy about being stuck. But we can just let Hood and Ragnarsson play. I mean, the goaltending at the AHL level would be taking a massive, massive step back. I suppose with Malcolm Subban being 31, and with him having that contract, it might be a smart decision to let Kuhlman or Lawrence Jones be the starter. But Subban has been a talisman for this team at this point that I think we have no choice but to get rid of Kuhlman and Jones and to go with Hood and Ragnarsson as the goalie combo. So that pretty much takes care of itself. We know we're going to get rid of them. We are going to need a fifth goaltender. And when we look at the unsigned players that we currently have, we do have Weaver, who was Canadian? No, he was American, so we could sign Weaver to be the fifth goalie, but I don't think he's going to stay. I can't imagine him panning out. And when you look at the goaltenders we already have, we do have two medium elites on the roster already, both of whom are better. Sure, Weaver's 2 years younger and could technically play. That's a decision we're going to have to make. Between these three goalies, two of them can stay. One has to go, and then we'll sign a fifth depth goalie. So Kuhlman and Jones are gone, and then either Hood, Ragnarsson, or Weaver. One of them has to go. I wouldn't say make up your mind at this exact moment and leave a comment now. Wait, because you have to keep in mind the trade values with these players and how that could alter our decision making. Same thing with Hughes. We're not going to look to sign him yet, or really anybody else for that matter. Skinner, Bochenski, we're good. We're good for the moment. It's just a matter of what players do we want to give an opportunity to potentially progress. So let's take a look at the rest of the team, because we don't know if we're going to need the trade value from those goaltenders to do a lot of damage. Although, whoops, went to free agency. Actually, you know what? We could just trade them for picks and then use the picks. So let's do that. Let's get rid of the two goaltenders that we know are on their way out. Although, no, we should be fine. Yeah, we should be fine because we have 6 goalies signed at the moment. So Kuhlman and Jones are on their way out. Look at the trade values too. Hood has the weakest trade value between the three. So that might play a factor. But Kuhlman and Jones are on their way out. The question is, can we find a team that only have 4 goalies signed and actually have contract spots? And don't look now, but the Winnipeg Jets. The Winnipeg Jets might just be that team. Is that too much to ask for? Yes, it is. What if I take off that third? Still too much to ask for. We'll take off next year's second. We'll tack on a couple of thirds. What do you say to that? Still too much. We'll take off that third. How about just a first and a second? No. Okay. It's the first round pick that they don't want to give up. How about a first and 2 thirds, though? How does that sound? There we go. I'll take it. We got a first round pick for 2 goaltenders who really don't have a spot here. We're going to stay loyal to Malcolm Subban. Ribeiro and Wyman are actually decent, and then we have Vignetti as well. Phil Crosby, still our talisman, but we have to decide who goes here, and it comes down to Ribeiro and Wyman. And I think it would probably be Wyman that gets sent out. He's better with the puck. He's more physical, but 72 offensive awareness. I don't think we could keep him. Like, as a defensive D-man, 93 stick checking. You know what? Maybe we'll hold off. We'll hold off for now, but Ribeiro or Wyman, there's a decision to be made there. We know that for a fact. Then when it comes to forwards, did we get any progression? Or do we just, we're just stuck with a bunch of, fringe players. That's tough. That is tough because we don't necessarily, as you guys pointed out with another highly liked comment, we don't want to rush Spike Rowe. But if we don't want to rush Spike Rowe, that means a lot of other people have to get sent out. I'm talking a lot of other people. Tikhonov's 23. Connor Roberts. I mean, we're going to have to sort through all of this. Nolan Patrick is an 87. He's kind of rebounded. Again, we are stuck with so many different options. We almost have no choice, though, but to play certain people out of their role. Because otherwise, again, we are, stuck with too many players for similar roles. And then you have the decision to make. Looking at Connor Roberts, still offensively, he's just awful. He's just awful. So he's gone. Kip Trafford, well-rounded player, good for the fourth line. Max Jones, still not great defensively, more of a physical player, but I know a lot of you guys like him, but I don't know if it's a good fit. Oberg, good for the fourth line. I can agree with that. Austin Watson was a playoff hero, good for the fourth line, but he takes away a spot potentially from, a younger player. So Roberts, Jones, and Watson, I'd prefer to keep Watson, especially too, because he's all right with the fourth line role. But Max Jones, does he stay? We know Connor Roberts is gone. He has to be. That makes room to call up Stoll. But we still have McAllister, Sereda, Lang, Andrechuk, but Tikhonov as well. Damn. And that leaves a lot of spots open. You know what, guys? There's so many questions to be asked that I have no choice. I have to go ahead and just make this decision and decide how to progress. So I'm going to do that. Let's take over. I'm putting my spin on this team. Hopefully, by the end of this, you like the decisions that were made. But let's put this team together. Now, I am still looking for somebody who can step up and replace Provorov. Or is that player on Vancouver? I'd prefer it to be a righty. Tom Turris, not quite. I would prefer it to be a right-handed player. I'm not really all that against, trading within our division. Do what we got to do to get this done. There's somebody here that can replace Provorov. Johan Telkvist, 69 overall, 20 years old. He was a Whaler pick. 15th overall. How good was he, though? Was he one of the players in the 50s? Or was he half decent and we decided to move him to get better immediately? Somebody look that up for me. I'm sure somebody could find it. That's a question, though. Is that an example of a player that I may have given up on too early? Or was he decent? We knew he was decent, but was he a part of, say, the Tuzolino trade? I can't remember at this point, and I don't want to confuse certain trades with, say, what might have happened in the Montreal series. Leonard Dahlman, not quite a fit. Noah Juleson, you got Geet, nope. Lance Hayes, 85 overall, 21 years old. The value is not tremendous, but Lance Hayes, very well-rounded player on a good contract. So Hayes on Minnesota is my favorite right now. Aaron Ekblad will avoid just because, of course, he was a prominent feature of rebuilding Hockeytown. Try to use some different players every now and then. We have a Jared Pollock. Nope, so it's still that guy in Minnesota. He's looking like the one. Not better than Provorov right now, but he will allow us to have, a bit more versatility on the offensive side of things. He's the pick. He is our selection. All right, let's go talk to the Minnesota Wild. It's Lance Hayes, 21 years old, former third overall selection from the Wild. And by getting this deal done, our top pairing will be Tuzolino and Appleby. We'll have Harkins and this new guy, which works out fairly well. Now, we do have to use unsigned players from this point on because they have 50 contracts. Leidecker at high franchise is ridiculous. We don't need to use somebody like Skinner. That's a bit too much value. Dmitriev could be useful. Actually, you know what, here? Let's take a look at age. God, we got a lot of players signed that just have absolutely no value. That's crazy. Banting, Stutzel, Lang, Tikhonov at low elite. take a look at Tikhonov here. Could be good for the fourth line. Doesn't have a shot. That's his weakness. That's right. He's under contract, though. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? Forgetful me. Forgetful me. So we need unsigned players. 60 overall at 21. He can go. Johnson, I don't even recall getting this guy. Lawrence Johnson, 5th round pick. Yeah, he is out. Nazarov, 57. See if we can get rid of him. We'll hold on to Hughes for the moment. Same with Conacher. And maybe with Wah. Is that enough? Not a chance in hell. Nope. I knew that before I even hit the button. But we do have some garbage that we're going to have to get rid of. So let's see. We got Skinner. It's probably going to take someone like Bradford or Dmitriev. We'll go with Dmitriev. It's a little bit weaker in the overall category. How close is that? Let me safety net it with, say, even a 4th round pick. How close? Straight up? Still no. All right, so we'll go back to adding a bunch of unneeded players. This trio right here. Is that enough? No. We do have draft picks that we can use, too. If we have to. Let me put Johnson into the deal. Easy for me to say. And we'll throw in our own 3rd round pick because we expect it to be a low pick. Still not there. Let's use the other 3rd round pick from the Islanders. Is that enough? No. All right, I'm being way too stingy, I know. Let's use our 2nd round pick. Still no. We'll throw in our 3rd as well. Or the Islanders, that works too. Still no. They don't want to trade him. I know I'm trying to, be very stingy about this. I can't help it. 2 second rounders isn't enough. Let's take Johnson out of the deal. How about our 3rd round pick? Is that enough? No. So how much are we going to have to give up here? That's the question. Hood, Ragnarsson, and Weaver. I still might leave that decision up to you guys, if I can. If I can. Atkinson, low top 4. Actually has some value. 55 overall at 18 years old. He's got to go. Bochenski at 56. I don't exactly want to get rid of a low elite, though, after what I've witnessed. Low top 6, though, in Schubert. Could be decent. Is that enough? We'll move to draft picks. How about the 2nd round pick? Our 2nd round pick. Damn. I mean, I can't blame them for being stingy. I can't. I'm definitely trying to, have this be a very one-sided deal. I can't hide that. All right, we got to make use of our players here then. Got to make use of our players. Let's go with... I don't want to give up on Lume. Let's see here. 20 years old and unsigned. Johnson is perfect add to the deal. Look at 19-year-olds. We have Dmitriev, who might make it. We got Bochenski. And maybe even Bradford, but that's not ideal. Flood. Let's go with Schubert. So Dmitriev, Bochenski, and Schubert, along with Provorov, for Hayes. Having to give up a lot, including fringe players who just might be able to make it in the future. But we know we're getting that defenseman that we need. That still didn't go through. That still didn't go through. Straight up, it still didn't go through. They really don't want to get rid of this guy, which makes me want to acquire him that much more. Yeah, all right, we got to be crazy about it then. We got to be crazy about it. Crazy about it means deciding between these goaltenders right now. Josh Weaver, Ragnarsson, and Hood. I'm going to get rid of Ragnarsson. It'll be Weaver and Hood as our 2 goalies at the AHL level this year. They have too many goalies, which is fine, as long as I can bring back somebody who only has 1 year left. Bradley, who, that's not ideal though. Because he's a backup goalie, and he'd just be sitting and doing nothing, and he has a bit too much value. I can't even use Ragnarsson in this deal. I have to use Weaver. Well, then again, I don't have to. I can use one of the other forwards. Maybe I should cut all this out. I don't know. Maybe I won't. Who knows? Who knows? I didn't think it would be this difficult to get a deal done. It's got to be Skinner. But I don't want it to be Skinner because I think he could develop. Dmitriev, 55 at 19. Bochenski, 56 at 19. 58, 55 at 19. Schubert, you're going. And we'll use draft picks from there. We'll use our own first round pick. That's not going to be enough, of course. We'll use the Islanders' second round pick. Definitely looking at giving up a lot. But you got to give up a lot to get a lot. And this guy Hayes looks to be the real deal if the Wild are this resistant to trading him. We know we're going to have to give up a lot to make this happen. But I'm willing to do it because it's a guarantee. Is that enough? Still no. What if I take out Schubert? This is ridiculous. Provorov, 2 firsts and 2 seconds. And it's still not enough. What if I retain some salary? Because I can't afford to throw another pick in there. Will that go through? Wow. We are, I mean, obviously you look at this deal and you're like, man, that is ridiculous. Provorov is still very much capable. And to that, I absolutely agree. Lance Hayes would be a great addition to this team. Provorov last year only put up 26 points, though. In the playoffs, he did put up 8 points in 9 games. He had a half-decent season. He's still on a pretty good deal. We know Hayes is going to be good, but maybe he'd be too good. You know what? Yeah, that's too much. If that's what it takes is 2 firsts, 2 seconds, and retaining salary, Provorov stays because Hayes was the perfect fit, really the only fit that we wanted for the team. So for now, the goaltending remains the same. But we know we're going to need some forward help. We know we're going to need it. And I'm not sure where we're going to get it. At all. Where are we going to get this forward help? Oh my God. Oh boy. Free agents. Are there any free agents left? Probably not. Didn't mean to go to scouting. Damn it. I'm going to have to do that at some point. But now is not the time. It's not the time. I might be a bit too tired to record this. I don't know. Yeah, there's nobody. All right, so trades. Trades are the only way to make this happen. So I need to decide who we're getting rid of. We know we're going to have to use a goaltender to make this happen. If we're at least going to get somebody good. So when it comes to forwards, we have Lydecker, McKinnon, Quick, Nolan Patrick can stay for the moment. We need a center and left wing for the second line. That is what we need. Center and left wing. Look for a younger player, though. Brashear, he's going to be too good. Yep. Let's see. Boston, they don't have anybody. Buffalo. Oberg, no. Nope. I'd like to acquire, a generated player. As opposed to, say, like a veteran or anything like that. We got ColecoVision there. Nico Hischier. Harding. He's a first liner at an 83. It's crazy. Alvin Lowry, 19 years old, former second overall pick. So Lowry on Colorado. Absolutely an option. I'm totally writing down his name. Columbus. Nobody great. Clem, that's probably his peak, really. Dallas. Nobody great. Owen Kreider. First overall selection. Owen Kreider. Could be a center. Could be. I need to check Lowry again, back on Colorado. Is he a lefty or a righty? Lowry was a lefty. All right, so Kreider on Dallas would actually work. And that's actually the team that ended up signing Dirksen. Dirksen is a star, so there you go. He got what he wanted, I guess. Actually, what was the contract for Dirksen? 6.4. Yeah, better you than me, Dallas. Better you than me. Have fun with that deal. Even though I'm probably going to save you a little bit here. Rodney Gallant, kind of a fit, but probably too good. Florida, Zdenia Madsen. Jody Madsen. 83 offensive awareness. 24 points last year. Yeah, no thanks. No, thank you. Carter Kell. Yakimov, Saltschuler. There's got to be somebody here that fits the bill. Again, not a veteran, though. It's not what I'm interested in. Radek Bulis is up to a 79 as we get to check back with the Nashville Predators yet again. Is there anybody? Man, there's just nobody. I mean, very few options that, you know, are kind of a real perfect fit for this team. Victor Alcock, Bear Barrett. That's a tremendous name. Alcock could be a decent signing, 37 points last year. We have Bolesky, who's a bit too good. You know what? My idea of getting a kind of like a prospect back in return, not great. Not great at all. Kadri, Morrissey, Suzuki. I mean, I think I found our two between Colorado and Dallas. I think I found our two. Not R2D2. Just our two targets. Are they too good, though? Probably. Yeah, guys, we're kind of stuck here. We are kind of stuck. When you just look at the forwards and who we could possibly get rid of, we kind of want to see. All right, Samsonov is not going to make it. I think that's confirmed. So knowing that Samsonov is not going to make it, we could actually use him to get Lowry. That's possible now. Wasn't thinking it would be. That deal is definitely possible now. I wonder how much time I wasted looking at the potential Provorov deal, by the way. And I wonder how many people are going to be aggravated about it. Probably quite a few. Let's see if this is enough to put this deal over the edge. Still no. So Samsonov and say our own second, which won't have that much value by the time the pick's actually made. Still no. How about a third from the Islanders as well? Still no. Come on, Colorado. Let's make this happen. Let's not waste too much time. You know this deal is going to happen. I know this deal is going to happen. Let's just get it done so we can all move on with our day. 2 second-round picks still works. Again, Samsonov isn't going to develop. I am confident in that. It's going to be a little bit more difficult to get Lowry than I was hoping. Really? Are you kidding me? I know they don't want to get rid of him, and I know that we're not offering them players back that they want, but still, like, goddamn. They do want Viggetti or, well, we're keeping Viggetti. Wyman or Ribeiro. Wyman is better with the puck. Ribeiro has better offensive awareness. Defense goes to, well, it's about even, really. Yeah, I'm going with my gut. I'm going, well, actually, it's the offensive awareness that sinks Evan Wyman for me. Put up 13 points last year in the AHL. All right, so we'll add Wyman to this. Colorado would have more than 50 players because, of course, they would. Never mind. I didn't even notice. Yeah, I'm too tired. That is clearly the answer. I'm too tired. My one hope now, though, is that I don't do something so incredibly stupid that people get angry at me, which could happen. All right, Dmitriev, 55 overall, 19. Throw him into the deal. Still didn't go through. I thought it might, so I'm kind of glad that it didn't. I think the Provorov deal would have been one of those deals where people are just like, what the hell are you thinking? We should be able to get this done now, though, so that's good. Samsonov, Dmitriev, 2/3 and a 4th. Is that enough to acquire Lowry? All right, we'll have to try the other third. Joe Sakic deciding to be the smart Joe Sakic and not the dumb Joe Sakic. All right, 2nd round pick. That's fine, Joe. That's fine. We'll use our own pick. Still quite low, or a little bit low. We'll use the Islanders' 3rd round pick. Hey, there we go. So Alvin Lowry has been acquired to play on the 2nd line this season. We're going to have so many players we have to move out. It is not even funny. From the Stars, our other target is Kreider. The one concern is if he ends up being a bit too good, a bit too soon, but with our goaltending and with our defense, we are technically cup contenders. So yeah, if we end up being a good team, so be it. So be it. Again, we're going to try to throw Ragnarsson into the deal. That's perfect. Will it go through straight up? No, it won't. But we know we're going to be able to get this deal done. And we'll try to throw in players of just extremely low value to make this happen. Atkinson included. They'd have too many players. Oh, shit, I tacked on Phil Crosby. Will that go through? No, worth a shot. Didn't even notice I tacked on Phil Crosby. So, Goodbranson. Could tack on Bodine. No, again, he's already signed. Well, let's use those 3 players and see if we can throw in a pick as well to make this happen. We got a lot of garbage we still have to sort through. It's going to be a bit of a long episode unless I really chop it down, which I don't know if I will on this occasion. I am sorry for that. For those who like me to actually cut down the episodes a bit, this one might not be your favorite, and for that I apologize. But judging by how tired I am right now, by the time I get around to editing this video, it's going to be one of those kind of make or break moments where it's either I get the video up in its current form or I just don't. So, I mean, if you wanted the video to be up today, then this is what you got to deal with. Damn it. Come on. I don't expect them to give up this player that easily. We're going to give up our own 1st round pick. I don't expect it to be that valuable. It went through straight away. I'm okay with that because, again, I expect us to be cup contenders. So we have acquired the 2 difference makers that will play on the 2nd line either next to Phil Swift or Nolan Patrick. So now we need a 5th goaltender. Oh, shit, it's going to sign somebody for us at the AHL level, isn't it? Isn't it? I guarantee it signs somebody for us, but that's okay. We'll just sign whoever it signed for us, and in that way we're not stuck with them. And I will sign basically whoever I care to sign. So let's bring in Weaver. On defense, we're going to bring in Hughes and Atkinson. Both are AHL eligible, apparently, so there you go. We know we got to clear out a lot of garbage. And for forwards, we'll bring in Stewart. Nope, full roster, okay. All right, so let me see the goaltender that the game more than likely signed for me, because I'm sure that happened. So we'll go to roster moves just to make sure everything is at least somewhat set up. Good. Who did it sign for me? I guarantee it signed somebody. Kravchenko, who was already there, I believe. Yes, no. Oh, we can't even, yeah, that's right, Kravchenko was already signed. And our other goalie is junior eligible, but I still wanted to get him signed. So we're going to have to sign Oleg Kravchenko. And to be honest, now's the time where I can think to myself, hey, we didn't have to move Ragnarsson. It made sense, too, to get the deal done. We were going to have to use one of those solid players. So that is what it is. I'm not too upset about it, really. I'm not too upset about it. Remember what I said about making a potentially dumb move? I think that was the one for the episode. Not the worst, though, because we still acquired a player that we needed, and we've managed to hold on to some other players as well. So here is the plan. Not to mention the 2 goalies I got rid of earlier. But then again, they were both up to backup. So Kravchenko will technically be added on an entry-level deal, whatever. I just need to get him off of the team after this season. We're going to sign... Is that... Wow. 43-year-old Henrik Lundqvist. Is that Carter Hart, by the way? Wow, Carter Hart didn't develop at all. We have to sign Hank. Hank is our starter. He wants a one-way deal. That's hilarious. We'll give it to him. Why not? Why not? Henrik Lundqvist, you legend, will be our starter for the Connecticut Whale this season. Funny how that works out. In the meantime, just to make sure he can actually accept the deal, we do have to go and get rid of some AHL level depth and garbage, really, if we're going to call a spade a spade. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wyman has to go. Wyman has to go. Banting isn't going to make it. Stützle. Maybe we'll give Banting and Stützle another chance. So Banting, Crosby, Stützle. Bodine is gone. Flood is in the junior leagues, as is Wellwood. Bissonnette gets a chance. So again, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with Atkinson. All right, so we have our 8 defensemen. We do have our 8 defensemen. So Atkinson and somebody else, maybe Bissonnette, despite being low elite, is going to have to be the scratch, or perhaps Banting or Stützle. So we're going to have to scratch one player, because down in the AHL, Wellwood's not there. But Nikulin and Hughes have to play. So we'll figure that out, but for now, Bodine, Wyman, Goodbranson, and Waugh all have to go. We'll see if we can send them out to Arizona, since they at least have the roster spots, but not necessarily the cap room. Oh, let's go 2 seconds and a third. Is that enough for all of them? Yes, it is. I know the value bar was pretty much in their favor, but I'm cool with it. Let's be honest, it would have just been another pick or 2. That's all good. So Crosby, Banting, Stützle, Bissonnette, Nikulin, Lume, Hughes, and Atkinson. Those are the 8 defensemen. Now we just got to figure out forwards. Easier said than done. Of course, we have the goaltending pretty much already figured out too. So let's go best lines. Defense, again, Banting, Crosby. Who is currently scratched? Hughes and Atkinson. Atkinson being scratched is fine. Hughes, not so much. Phil Crosby has to play. Pretty much your guys' decree. So it's Stützle. Unfortunately, Christopher Stützle is the guy that's going to have to sit for Hughes, because Banting's a little bit better. So we have our 2 medium elites on the top pairing. The rest are lefties. We'll go Banting and Crosby, Bissonnette, and Lume. So they'll still get time. Oh yeah, there we go. That's our defense this year. Definitely a step down from what we've had in years past. Now we get the joy of trying to figure out who the hell makes the Whalers and who gets traded away, because the AHL is going to be cluttered. So, talking about third liners, Andrews is going to be going. We're going to have Avery, Rowe, and Stoll. I don't think Andrews can stay. Even on the fourth line, Watson, Oberg, Jones, and Trafford. Again, I like Trafford as a fourth liner who has some potential. Same with Oberg. Max Jones is out. Has to be. Has to be. Need to get rid of one third liner as well. We have Avery. It's got to be Tony Andrews at this point. Tony Andrews is very well rounded, though, as is Spike Rowe, as is Avery, as is Stoll. Yep, so Andrews and Max Jones are out, although we are running into cap trouble. Alright, well, whatever. We'll keep them there. We'll keep them there for the moment. So we'll just go best lines down in the AHL. Right now, Ed Sutter is currently scratched. Did we have other players that we were wanting to sign? I cannot remember. Man, can't say I'm not dedicated because I am so tired right now, and I'm doing my best to make sure I don't do something stupid, or at least something else stupid. I am sure I have made a mistake at this point that I wasn't planning on making. Alright, so Skinner needs to be signed. Bochenski needs to be signed. And then you can argue between Rokon and Schubert. Can we sign Rokon? No, we can't. Alright, so Rokon and Schubert at low top 6 are currently on the outside looking in. We know we have fourth line players to get rid of. Who are they going to be, though? We have our 2 goaltenders that we're looking to sign. So that's taken care of. Defense is taken care of. Right wing. So these 2 are gone. We'll see what Rokon can do. Kolsonic is fine. Let's just get rid of, any kind of excess here. And then we'll take it from there. Any kind of excess, let's just trade them for picks. Let's just trade them for picks. Winnipeg. 2 second-round picks, is that too much? No, it's not. Cheering in the streets, they say. Fine by me. Might not be getting as much back as I want, or as I could have gotten, but that's alright. Just want to get rid of them. Let's not waste too much time with inconsequential deals. We still have so many players that we have to get rid of, and this is approaching a 50-minute video at this point. Jesus, how'd that happen? How did that happen? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, who else gets to play on the third line? We know Andrews is out. McAllister's a fourth liner. We know Max Jones is gone. End of an era. We know Connor Roberts is gone. Where can we send these 3? This trio is looking like they're going out to Vancouver. As long as we can swing a deal here. First round pick. Actually, that might go through on its own. Just short. Alright. Well, if we throw in the third, that should work. No. I know I'm trying to send them, the whole, we have, we don't need both players or all 3. Too bad. Vancouver, you're taking them. You know what? Fine. Fine. You win. Second and the third. Second and the third. Is that good? Is that better? Still too much? How about just the seconds? Vancouver, you're killing me, man. Second and the third. Is that enough? Just the second round pick. Just to get rid of them. I don't even care. Just get them off my team. I don't need them here. It's fine. Because as it is, I have to make room to sign somebody to a massive contract. It should have been Henrik Lundqvist. Too little too late for that. Didn't mean to go to pending free agents. That is okay as well. I still feel as though I've done a good enough job of keeping this team, on the right path. I don't feel like I've screwed anything up. I'm not sure quality-wise how good of an episode this is going to be, though. So I'm sorry if someone, finds this video incredibly boring, or if I just haven't been that energetic. But I'm doing what I can, man, to get, just not just to get the episode out for the sake of getting the episode out. But damn it, I don't want to go another couple days without an upload. So I'm doing what I can. All right, so goaltenders, we know will be fine. Defense is good. Forwards, we need to figure this out. We still have 4 guys, even potentially 5, with Andreychuk, who deserved that NHL ice time. So we need to figure this out. We have everything else locked up. The top 9 is good. We have Austin Watson, who of course is incredibly well-rounded. Henrik Oberg, also pretty good for the job. Kip Trafford, also pretty good for the job. We have McAllister, who will more than likely progress into a third-line player. That's nearly a guarantee. So he needs to make it. Lang, 89 offensive awareness, doesn't have a very good shot, but good enough to be on that fourth line. Andreychuk, well-rounded. Arthur Serrata's 24 at this point. He's gone. And Tikhonov is 23. As is Lang, but I'd say Lang is probably better suited than Tikhonov. Tikhonov, Serrata. And despite the fact he's incredibly well-rounded and has been a great player for us, so either we keep 33-year-old Austin Watson or we make a spot, we open up a spot for a prospect. And I think we're going to go for the prospect. Or do we keep Austin Watson in a leadership role and get rid of somebody that maybe we shouldn't? Serrata's gone. Tikhonov is gone. I don't remember who the hell the other one was. I guess just those two for the moment. Tikhonov and Serrata. Let's see if we can send them out to Carolina. First round pick, probably too much. Indeed it is. God damn your menu lag. Damn it straight to hell. That's alright. We'll make it through this. I promise. I mean, hell, if you've made it this far, you're here for the journey at this point. So I don't have to sit here and try to convince you of anything or apologize for anything. And if you're still here, bravo. Bravo. Congratulations. All right. So it's McAllister, Andreychuk, Lang, Oberg, Watson, and Trafford. Crazy. And we signed everybody that we were going to sign as well, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check here. The memory is a bit fuzzy. The eyes are a bit heavy. But we're making it through. Unsigned players, yeah, we're good. So, for the moment, we can pause in terms of, moving everybody out. I'm going to have to sign somebody to a pretty massive contract. That's okay, though. Someone with a depth deal would be nice. Minor league top 2, Derek Forbort. That's perfect. Minor league player who still expects to be paid. Perfect. Let's go 15 million, roughly. Of course, no stranger to one of my series. At least in NHL 18. Was used, somewhat prominently in the Montreal series early on. We'll look to bring him back, as well as signing Lundqvist and Kravchenko. I wouldn't trade away players, but I don't care. What I did just remember is I needed to set up the scouting. Should have done it earlier when I accidentally clicked on that option. But that's okay. We're going to go with the WHL for 4 weeks. A month, as it's commonly known. Rather than 5. Different strategy to try and get a little bit more done scouting over in... to try and get a little bit more scouting done over in the Europes. Kravchenko signs. Forbort, Lundqvist also sign. Beautiful. Let's see what the team is looking like now. We just have those final few spots that we need to figure out. Defense is good. Forwards are the same. The only question is, who's it going to be? Between those three and the three we have left. I'm sorry, Austin Watson has a spot on my team. So it comes down to Oberg, Trafford, McAllister, Andrewchuk, and Lang. I could play Andrewchuk at the AHL. At the AHL level. Might not be best for his development. With depth forwards, there's never really a guarantee. Sometimes they develop on the fourth line. Sometimes they develop better down in the minors. We could double check with them just to try and make sure. So let's see. McAllister. Medium top 6. We know he's probably going to get better. Andrewchuk. Medium top 6. He's probably going to get better. That could be all the reason more to play Andrewchuk and McAllister as the two players. And I think I agree with it. Trafford's low top 6. Oberg, Trafford, Lang is low top 6. I think that makes sense. Keep Avery, Stoll, McAllister, or keep McAllister and Andrewchuk. Get rid of those 3, and I think we're good. I think that is the deal pretty much decided based off of trade value more than anything. These are the last 3 players to go. We'll try to send them out to Ottawa. All 3 still have a chance to be decent. Fourth line players as it stands. Ottawa is actually not a very good spot for them. Let's go with Carolina again, I guess. See if we can get any more picks off of that. Might be able to get the first rounder this time. And maybe the third rounder next year. Maybe? No, how about just the first? Alright, that would go through. Let's go a 6th rounder this year as well, just to safety net it. Alright, cool. There we go. Guys, the Whalers are set for next season. It took a little bit of work to make sure that we ended up with all of the players in the right spots, but I think we have done just that. Although, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We need a few more depth forwards. We do need a few more depth forwards. See, it signed Valeri Grachev, left wing. We traded one guy too many. So left wing, Valeri Grachev. Valeri Grachev. We need to sign him, no matter what. He's on an AHL deal now. If we sign him and then get rid of him, that means he won't be there whenever we go best lines. So Valeri Grachev will be 12. I'm going to sign 3 other forwards, and we're good. So I guess that answers the question. We were going to need 4, now we only need 3. Valeri Grachev. There we go. 22 years old. Not an entry-level deal, though. A little bit surprising. So, forwards. We have, I'd prefer these guys to be, actual minor league players. Actually, here, let's look for veterans instead, because they're depth players. TJ Oshie, Carl Hagelin, Aaron Pelosi, Jordan Nolan. Let's go for TJ Oshie. TJ Sochi gets signed up. Carl Hagelin. My God, what an all-star squad this would be. And Kyle Okposo. Why not? There we go. Those are the 3. We have our depth sorted out for the AHL squad. And it's just a matter now of getting the lines set up somehow, some way. This is going to be an hour episode. That is insane to me. I really don't feel like I took that long to get everything sorted out, but apparently I did. Shit. Maybe I just wasted too much time with the Provorov deal. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Some people will be pissed about it, but it's okay. So let's see what this team is going to look like. I mean, we made a lot of deals, though. We really did. So, I think to start this season, this is the team. Let me just make sure everyone's where we want them, which they weren't. I'm actually going to play Spike Rowe on the right. I know some people might not be happy about that. Who's the better center? There we go. Those are the lines. We'll try to keep Nolan Patrick happy on the second line, but we have some really strong youth in the bottom 6 with the exception of Austin Watson, who's more of a veteran presence. We still have Provorov and Harkins. Ribeiro now has a new line mate, pairing mate in the form of Vegetti. And Jyrki Petrolainen is still the goaltender moving forward. Figuring out the defense. Oh, God, it signed some dude named Kronwall for me, too. Oh, God. I'd like to get rid of him, too. Can I sign him as well? Or are we too, caught up? You know what? I'll just send him an offer and see what happens. Per Kronwall. Hate when it signs players for me. Absolutely hate it. But let's see if we can find this guy. Let's see if it allows me to actually sign him. If not, then hey, he stays until I can move Kravchenko. Safely, at least. I don't want to risk getting in trouble for moving players. Oh, Per Kronwall. And once we move Kravchenko, then we'll sign this guy. Mr. Kronwall. There you are. Entry-level deal. Neat. Oh yeah, you're expecting a few offers. From who? The local Costco? Or I suppose it is Sweden, so maybe it should be the IKEA. I don't know. Anyway. Anyway, see, this is what happens when I stream for a while. Okay, so yeah, we don't have the free roster spot. That's okay. I can't really afford to move anybody else right now without getting in trouble. I'll just hopefully not forget. That's pretty much the plan. Just don't forget about having to sign that guy at some point. And it's going to be Henrik Lundqvist and Hood getting the starts. So by default, it'll have Lundqvist as the starter. I can't change that, but that's the tandem. So Hank will be the main man. William Hood will still get we'll still get plenty of starts. He'll still get at least some starts, maybe not plenty. This season, we take out Forbort for Hughes. We take out Stutzel one more time for old time's sake for Lume. So it's got to be Nikulin. Those two and those two. There we go. Our defense is set up yet again. And then offensively, who is currently scratched? That shouldn't be nobody. Really? Really? Where's my depth? Where's the depth on this team? Hagelin's in, Oshie's in, Okpozo's in. Like, was I mistaken? Do I need to sign? Wow, I need to sign even more players. I need to sign 2 or 3 more forwards. Oh, it's because we have so many players in junior. That's why. Shit, I went past lines again. What am I doing? I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't right. All right, so that's all right. The defense is easy enough to fix. So I guess the depth on this team will have to simply be our defensemen. So hopefully we can avoid injuries, or Stutzel will be getting some starts as a forward this season. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all we can afford to do. We have so many players under AHL deals. Atkinson, Forbort, and Stutzel are the depth. So let's go ahead and try to get the best prospects onto the highest lines, or at least make sure that they are actually our players. Alright, so we got the medium top 6, a low top 6 there. Low top 9 will be dropped. Schubert at low top 6. It's also the lowest overall guy, so he'll play with Oshie and Okpozo. We'll have Hagelin with the other 2, potentially. Can you play center? No, you can't. Okpozo kinda can. Looking alright. There we go. Works for me. That is your Connecticut Whale lineup for this season. Not great. Not great. They are going to be a very bad team. I don't think we're going to see some miracle Calder Cup run from Henrik Lundqvist this season. But at this stage, and actually we'll go back and look at the team, at this stage, at the end of this offseason, we have a combination of, with the moves we've made, we went out and used some of those prospects to acquire Alvin Lowry and Owen Kreider, but we also kept some of those prospects, some of whom are in the lineup down with the Connecticut Whale. Others are in junior, and we'll see how they progress throughout the course of the next season or so. I won't waste any more time, guys, because I'm exhausted, and it's already been an hour. I am going to bed, after I edit this video at least, which, oh, God. I'm not lying. I wish I had the webcam on. My eyes are closed right now. I'm just sitting here talking, not even looking at the microphone. That tired. But I do thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time. Also, let me know, should I have edited this down? Let me know. Catch you later.